This video was actually meant for my community to address why I don't play Withering Waves anymore, but if this video finds its place elsewhere, so be it, that's life. So to end this video off at the start, the answer is Gacha Tribalism. Okay, you guys can click off the video now. So when I first saw Withering Waves, the goal was to always have it be my main Gacha game. I first saw it during alpha, which looked pretty bad obviously, but the concept and the bosses looked so fun. I haven't played an open world Gacha game in a long time, since I skipped the disaster that Tower of Fantasy was. Honestly, for me personally, playing that game felt like ass. Even in the tutorial, I literally got past the tutorial and I said, yeah, I can't do this. I originally was a Genshin Impact content creator that was a part of the program on release, and I enjoyed Genshin for what it was at the time being. Being the major hit that it was, I feel like that first time playing Genshin is something you really can't describe. But now it's just bad writing and shitty rewards, and I haven't played since Inazuma, but shout out to Fontaine for being peak apparently. I also loved getting my special rewards as a content creator that you get in the mail for the CC program. Shout out to Tectone for leaking that one. But then there was no comparison at the time to be made of Genshin. But look where we got now. So some have been on my channel since I've started doing content about a year ago when I first started playing Reverse 1999. Shout out to Jessica, she's so hot. Then moving on to Black Clover Mobile, then One Punch Man World, then Soul Leveling Arise, and then finally my savior of the gacha space, Withering Waves. I did play a closed beta test too of Withering Waves, and my first interaction with Tribalism was a cesspool of comparing echoes to artifacts in Genshin with people losing their mind. Since this was only the beta, I could just imagine what would happen on release. Playing Withering Waves felt like a breath of fresh air because I haven't played open world gacha since March 2021. When I did start, I was sad that they took away more of the muted colors, but shout out to Enfield for making, the apocalyptic atmosphere real again. Not everything with bright colors. But Withering Waves was amazing. I remember streaming 10 hours a day every day, maxing everything out in a week, and I still was not bored of the game at all. With all the echo farming and the entire month of release, just enjoying my chat that was suffering on echo rolls 24/7 and holograms. The entire month. Yeah, the music was pretty ass, to be honest, on release, and people didn't like the story remake because of CN, or the databank level drama, or the Tacit Field drama rewards. But pretty much, for the most part, everything felt within WUA's own space about a bunch of complaints, or issues, or drama that was going on. Until Doomsday happened. So, Zella Zone Zero released, and I'll be honest, before I even get into this topic, Zella Zone Zero is actually my favorite gacha game out of the main four, and I just think that it was overhated by people that were tainted with the combat system of Withering Waves and the visual style. So many people complained about only having to left click in Zella Zone Zero, yet I could just play Jinshi and WUA and just left click everything and eat everything to death. So how is your game any better? I wish people would look at gacha games individually and not because of the company behind it. I think the devs behind ZZZ specifically are great. Their trailers feel so alive and make the characters feel like they have their own actual identity and not a Gathering Wives fest. Enfield beta, those that played WUA want a more freedom and combat expression than Enfield, even though Enfield's combat system at its core is not that of a high-paced ARPG. But your brain and hands try to make that happen, making it not feel as fluid as it could be in your mind. I'm not going to glaze Enfield, yes, they do need to fix the mechanics of movements and combat. I've already mentioned that before, because it actually doesn't feel that good, it feels very stiff. But a lot of people, when they're playing, I know that they're thinking of WUA if they come from WUA and thinking that they can do certain things. But WUA affecting combat so much just goes to show how great Withering Waves actually is and the bar that it sets for other gacha games. But man, was the Tribalism so crazy. All the drama videos that came out of this situation was actually insane. I never looked at any drama videos on my stream at all. on my own stream was telling me to look at the EO Pokey situation, because apparently my name was brought up by EO to be one of the only Woowa channels that strictly play Woowa only, to show that I care about the game. Because I think EO's take, correct me if I'm wrong, was that you're special and have more say in a community if you only play that one game. Which in hindsight shouldn't be true, but it is true. In some cases, that's just due to Gacha tribalism. Like, of course, in the Genshin community, people will listen to Ziox before anyone else, or maybe listen to Saint Totas for Withering Waves. But if you're a new channel typically focusing your content on one game, it isn't really going to benefit you unless you can massively take advantage of it. The Gacha space has always thrived off of drama situations, to be honest. Even in niche genres have their moments. I've even made controversial content on purpose to see the traction, so I'm not a saint. You know, I'm not Enviosity. I'm not the chosen one here, so relax. I'm not the good boy. I wouldn't even mind making videos like this or talking about these topics, but having 4 big Gacha games now in the space made it even worse on top of the monthly revenue. So now everyone is just pointing fingers at each other saying which game is shit based on money spent. Withering Waves statistically and factually has a better Gacha system that causes players to have to spend less money, but it's slow on revenue, so it's bad. Like, how does that even make any sense? A Gacha game that caters to people is bad, or is it just you projecting how you wish your favorite Gacha would do that for you? I've been playing Gacha games since 2014, since Brave Frontier. Oh man, what a time to be alive. But now Gacha game conversations seem to be just drama, gooner bait, revenue, lesbianism, he said, she said, or Genshin can never. We do have more open world Gacha games out in the future, such as Ananta. So crazy how NTE got blown out the water and Ananta doesn't even have a playtest yet. 7 Deadly Sins Origins, Ozzer Promilia, and Enfield from what I know of, which I'm personally excited for Ozzer Promilia since I've played Ozzer since release and I'm a Yostar fan personally. And Ananta as well. I feel like the community aspect of the game will be so peak if multiplayer goes well. Like, imagine anime GTA RP before GTA 6. I know the joke is dead. Anyways, not an open world, but I am a huge personal fan of Bleach Soul Resonance as a Bleach fan from 2008. Oh, and to this comment here about me not playing Woowa anymore and thinking it affects me in some way. Lil bro, I made thousands of dollars just gooning over feet and making guides for Girls Online 2. So stay mad you're a loser with nothing going on for you in life, and that you're just chronically online. And it's sad that 90% of you in the Gacha space are just like them, and would never say this to the content creator's face if you ever had the chance. So all I have to say is remember to just play games and to just enjoy them and that they're meant to be enjoyed, and wind down, and not for typing essays on Twitter or Reddit.